My name is Muhammad Naim Nazwan Ibrahim. My number metric is 1220077. Introduction. As a potent medium for recording historical events and social challenges, photojournalism is essential to conveying and capturing authentic narrative. But this enormous responsibility also carries an ethical duty to uphold authenticity and accuracy. The repercussions of crossing these moral lines are demonstrated by the case of former Los Angeles Times photojournalist Brian Wolski in 2003. Wolski became well known for digitally editing a picture taken during the Iraq War. This move finally resulted in this termination and generate to a lot of discussion regarding photojournalist ethics. The context of Wolski edited shot its effect on media credibility and the wider ramifications for the integrity of photography as a profession, as all examined in this assignment.
My name is Muhammad Faris Naim bin Kamaruzaman. My metric number is 1220090 and I would like to explain the case description for this photojournalism issue. Okay, let's move to the next part. Cases description about Brian Wolski altered photo. In this slide, I would like to exploring ethical violation in journalism, the cases of Brian Wolski and the impact of sensitive photojournalism. In these cases, we have two settings. For the first one, the 2003 invasion of Iraq, and the second one is the Los Angeles Times. So for the first part is Wolski was an assignment near Basra, capturing images of British soldiers and Iraqi civilians. And the second, the Los Angeles Times, the newspaper where Wolski worked and where the altered photo was published, leading to his dismissal. Okay, let's move to the next part is what actually happened in this altered photo. At the side, we can look for the paper at the headline for Los Angeles Times. Okay, what happened actually? Altered photo by Wolski. The first one is who is writer or reporter for this news. Yeah, it's Brian Wolski. The publication was published the photojournalism is Los Angeles Times, and the photo manipulation is two pictures are combined to make a one picture. For the discovery, who is discovery this issue? They found inconsistent and noticed by the Hartford Courant. Hartford Courant is, for your information, Hartford Courant is broadsheet daily newspaper since 1764 at US. Okay, next move to the next part is ethical issue arose in this photojournalism issue. Actually, the two pictures of the war were combined by Brian, and he posted the altered picture to Los Angeles Times publication. It is so non-ethical for a photojournalism. Okay, next move to the last part of ethical issue arose. First, violation of authenticity. Photojournalists are expected to present images that truthfully represent reality. Wolski digital combination of two separate photos to create a more dramatic image violated this principle, undermining the authenticity of the photograph. Second is erosion of credibility. The manipulation significantly damaged the credibility of the Los Angeles Times and the field of photojournalism as a whole. Trust is a cornerstone of journalism, and any breach can have long-lasting repercussion on public perception. Third, accountability and transparency. The incident highlighted the need for media organizations to hold their staff accountable for ethical breaches. The Los Angeles Times responded by firing Wolski and issuing a public retraction. which has a necessary step to maintain transparency and accountability. The fourth is impact on public trust. Manipulated image can mislead to the public and distort their understanding of events. This can lead to a loss of trust in the media, which is detrimental to the role of journalism in society. And the last part is ethical standard in photojournalism. The case underscores the importance of adhering to ethical standard in photojournalism, including the prohibition of altering image in a way that change their meaning or context.
Journalistic integrity, truth and accuracy for the journalist must present truthful and accurate image, as manipulation undermines the core responsibility of capturing reality. The Brian Woski incident, where two photos were merged to create a false narrative, highlight how such alteration can mislead the public. Manipulated image erode trust in media, jeopardizing the credibility of photojournalists as a reliable source of information. Accountability, editorial, oversight and ethical standard. The incident underscores the importance of strong editorial process to prevent unethical practices. Media organizations must implement fact-checking, rigorous training, presence STS. A lack of oversight can allow manipulated image to slip through, damaging credibility. The Los Angeles Times avoided further harm by catching Woski altered image through diligent editorial review. Public trust, impact of media credibility. Manipulating photo damage public trust in the media, which relies on authenticity. Image often seen as a definitive proof lose their impact when audience suspect falsification. This skepticism can extend to other form of source. For photojournalists, such incident can tarnish their reputation and diminish the influence of their work, potentially leading to disillusionment with journalists overall.
Number 4. The role of press organizations in upholding ethical standards. While individual journalists are to uphold ethical standards, media organizations themselves must take active steps to support and enforce the same. In the Wolski incident, the issue was brought out not by Wolski himself, but by the editors at Los Angeles Times. This brings in the very important role editorial oversight plays in ensuring ethical behavior in the newsroom. Next, the ethical principles in photojournalism, the harmful effect of deceptive practices. Photojournalism by nature is a vital branch of journalism that operates on a special set of ethical principles that sustain confidence and ensure the veracity of the information being conveyed. Central to these principles is the idea of do no harm, which Wolski's actions clearly violated. Manipulating an image undermines not only the integrity of the image, but also general trust in journalistic practices. This single falsified picture of Wolski was anything but a small deviation. It put at risk the moral foundation of photojournalism as a whole. A journalist's job, by extension a photojournalist, is firstly and foremost to bear witness and not to falsify any happenings. The breach in that truth compromises integrity far beyond one falsified image. Number 6. Impact on the public perception of the media in the long run. The Brian Wolski case had a wide-reaching implications for the reputation of photojournalism and broader media. The public accepts pictures as hard evidence, but manipulation of one picture can lead to profound skepticism regarding the authenticity of other images and stories. The wide doubt that this instills can alter how people interact with the media forever.
Okay, the next ethical analysis is about deontological, so the unethical behavior. Number 1, Wolski violated the responsibility to deliver truthful information. And the number two is Wolski manipulated an image, breaking the principle of honesty. In photojournalism, images are seen as representations of reality, and altering them undermines the duty to report truthfully. Deontological perspective is deceptive actions are inherently wrong, no matter the results. Okay, next, number 8, V2. Wolski's misstep is he altered the photograph, demonstrating a lack of honesty and integrity. Ideal photojournalists is number one, values truth over sensationalism. Number two is understands the duty to accurately portray reality even when the story is less dramatic. Worski's priority is more focused on creating an attention grabbing narrative than on presenting the truth. In ethical failure, his lack of adherence adherence to virtues like integrity undermines the principles of virtue ethics. Okay, the last one is utilitarianism. There are two. For the first is short-term benefits. Number one is altering the photo may have created a more dramatic image, and number two is could have increased emotional impact, viewership, or newspaper sales. For the long-term impacts is number one, when the alteration was uncovered, it severely damaged the public's trust in the media. And number two is a loss of trust in journalism undermines informed decision making in a democracy. So, in utilitarian perspective, is the harm caused by misleading the public, especially in sensitive situations like war, outweighs the short-term benefits, rendering Wolski's actions unethical.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adi Haikal Bisubihi. My metric number is 1220029. Today I would like to talk about recommendation and alternative. For the incident involving Brian Wolski reflect several broader issues in the field of photojournalism, particularly concerning ethics, the nature of truth in visual representation, and the pressures faced by photojournalists in conflict zone. Credibility and integrity are crucial in the world of photojournalism. A warning is provided by the example of Brian Wolski, a photojournalist who was fired for producing a composite image while covering the Iraq War. His choice to digitally merge two images to produce a more captivating pictures was unethical and damaged his career as well as the public's confidence in his field. Adopting clear policies and best practice that support journalism ethical standard is crucial for photojournalists and media companies to avoid such strategies. It is crucial to uphold the principles set about regarding ethical standards. According to the National Press Photographers Association (NPPA) and other similar organizations, there are some ethical standards that allow no modification that may affect the original state of the image. Photographers should stick to these standards so their photographs don't alter the reality that they are meant to depict. Moreover, alteration should be confined to basic adjustments such as exposure, contrast, and color balance modification. Such alterations should enhance the clarity of the photo without changing its message of or the reason for a person to view it, so that it's understood and communication does not become distorted. Any alteration undertaken above the norm should be made very clear, and this should be done for the sake of clarity.
For the conclusion, Brian Walski's case highlights the need for ethical standards in photojournalism to maintain public trust. Compromising authenticity damages both the journalist's credibility and the media's integrity. To rebuild trust, media organizations must enforce strict guidelines, trainings, provide ethics training, and promote transparency. Ethical storytelling through creative composition and contextual reporting shows that impactful stories don't require manipulation. Photojournalists play a vital role in shaping an informed society and must prioritize honesty and integrity.